Hello everyone, welcome to Stabicraft on the Sound. If you're a long-term subscriber, I've been away for a while, but I'm finally making the return. I am back on the water, and today for the return I'm going to reshoot a similar format to video I did a while back. Instead of 2021 though, it's 2024. And the difference in the crab pots for this crab pot versus crab pot, I'm going to leave one of them empty but baited, and in the second crab pot I'm going to firmly anchor it in place on the bottom with a 10-pound slug of lead wrapped in plastic. Everybody says weight your crab pots down, they won't shift around, you'll have better results. We're about to find out. Besides the heavy weight that's going in, I am also introducing crab cam. So I have a couple of watertight containers for my GoPros. So I'm gonna drop a GoPro in each one of the crab pots, and we'll find out on the incoming tide here if having one weighted down does firmly hold it in place. And then on the one that's going to be unweighted, we'll find out if it skips along the bottom and the crab have to work for their food. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet, reach down there and hit the subscribe button and follow along. Okay, in past videos, everybody has seen me, let's watch the previous ones anyway, has seen that I use chicken legs for bait. And that's not changing. So my town conveniently has a Wal-Mart located on the way here, so it's pretty easy to swing in there and grab a bag of chicken drumsticks. Pretty sizable bag, 5 pounds of them. It's like under $5, so that's my bait. I've had good luck with it in the past, so I'm sticking with it. And it's only me out today, so I've only got 2 pots to bait. So we're gonna have some leftovers, and the seagulls never seem to mind. For whatever reason, they are able to eat these things whole. And I've also this time around changed up what I'm using for my bait bins. Found these at a local shop today while I was picking up the weights. And previous videos I've used these bags, right, where you just drop them in and tie them off, and then you gotta zip tie them or tie them on the side of the trap. And these weren't overly expensive, and they just thread on, and then they have their own little clip to clip in place. And I thought, well, I'll give those a try, see how they turn out. So got 2 of these ready to go. We'll set them to the side for now. We'll get our first trap up here, and I will grab one of the 10-pound blocks, which, by the way, at my shop these things are not inexpensive. That's 50 bucks for that chunk of metal. So I can guarantee you I will be zip tying it on here as firmly as possible. But in the past I've used these on my SMI pots and always seem to work well. But today we'll put it to the test. We'll get some video footage. I should have got longer zip ties, but I didn't. So I'll be doubling up on those to get them in firmly. Any other time in my life I would be trimming these things down too, but for this I'm not going to. I'm just gonna see how it works out, and then they'll get more probably permanently attached at some point. But for now this should be more than adequate. Plus, the other thing I forgot to pick up on the trip here today was my pot puller, and I didn't particularly care to end up trying to hand pull these as well with the added weight on each one. Make sure this one's under. I mean, this really is the easiest way to put these things on. It's just with some zip ties. That way if you want to fold your pot down later, it's pretty easy to do. Weight is ready to go. I'll go ahead and clip on the bait box here. And next up, I'll get the GoPros mounted in here ready to go, and we'll get these things in the water. One pot in the water. We got the second one rigged up. This is the one with no weight. We got our bait box. I got the crab cam mounted, kind of angled towards the center. We'll toss this one in, and we'll fish for about an hour, pull them up and see what happens. So here goes number 2. Both of the crab cams are down. You can roughly see whereabouts they're located out here. And now I've got my favorite rig set up for flounder, and absolutely love eating those things. So we'll spend a little bit of time fishing here, see what we can pull in while we wait out the crab pots. It's always great when your first cast you manage to land right in something that snags you up. Somehow I've absolutely managed to do. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't give up. I think I got whatever it was snagged on to break loose. Let's try and roll in some line. Yeah, now I can feel it bouncing along the bottom. Oh, look at this, first catch of the day. All right, let's try this again, and this time try and avoid maybe the kelp beds. And there it goes. Now I'll set and wait. I'll give it a moment for the weight to settle on the bottom. Then the idea is you bounce that along the bottom with your lures right up over it, and it angers the flounder as it disturbs their beds. And as it comes in, you can literally feel that weight just kind of skipping along the bottom. Oh, I have a bite there going. I'm gonna let him set right there for a minute and see if we can hook something up. If I didn't get more kelp, I may have a fish on here. And look at that. There's the first actual catch of the day. This is why I love fishing for these things, because it doesn't take long to hook some up, and you can kill a lot of time while you're otherwise waiting on your crab pots. So I will pull this one in here. Decide whether or not we're keeping it. This one's actually pretty decent size and got some meat on him. I didn't bring my ice from my cooler, so we'll let him go back to the bottom, live for another day. But anyway, first catch down. Let's see if we can crank in another one. Oh, got another bite. Oh, and it came off. That one was a decent sized one too. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not, but there's another one heading back down. It's third cast, and it's the second one we've caught something on. So I'll get this thing back out there, and we'll keep going. Oh, another bite. With the barbless hooks, it's always a challenge, or sometimes a challenge, to get these things in without losing them. Oh, look at this. This time around we got a little sculpin here. But it's tiny, and these things are mostly head. So if you'll hold still so I can get a hold of him and get him to open his mouth and get my hook out, this one's going back. One fish back in the water. So fourth cast, third fish. Not a bad time of day to be out here. All right, we have hit 1 hour in. So I'm gonna go ahead and reel in here. All right, got one set of them. Normally I just toss these over a cleat here too. And I'm getting the feeling that this is the one with the added 10 pounds in it. And next time I'm out here, I intend to have my pot puller with me. All right, well, this one got a whole lot of nothing, so we'll review the video later. It does look like it's still filming, and see if we can determine what happened down there. Let's get the other one pulled in. And again, not a thing, except some kelp. No shortage of that today. Overall, not a horrible day out. 3 fish. Probably could have had more if I'd kept just casting the whole time. No crab, but did get a chance to test out the camera setup, so we'll see how that worked out. And now we'll clean this up, feed the seagulls some chicken legs, if there's any around, which at the moment it's not looking like, and then we'll head back to the dock. But I'd say overall, for my first time back out here in I think over 2 years, it's been a decent time out, and I'm looking forward to doing more of it. So if you haven't already, reach down there and hit that subscribe button, and you can catch me the next time I'm out here. Thanks for watching.